Hello everyone, my name is Daniel and I'm just a casual sim racer, and today I'm back. It's been a few weeks. I've been extremely busy with Story Sim Studios and also with Sim Vendor LLC, which has been spun off from Sim Racing Studios LLC, which I was previously the CEO of, but they spun me off and gave me an ownership share, a pretty significant one, in Sim Vendor LLC, which is more focused on being simvendor.com, which is going to be a central platform for eBay / Rotten Tomatoes / forum and other news site for sim racing, but also for other simulation games and software. So that's a really cool project. I've been really busy and focused on that the last few weeks, of course, with the Historic Sim Studios obligations as well, to those of you who signed up for the Patreon. So anyways, I'm glad I'm able to get back to my channel and just put together a fun video. I knew I had to do it when I saw Sergio Loro release the second track in his America's Pack #1. So you can check out my video checking out the first track he's released. This second track is for Marlboro Motor Raceway, which was a track created in 1952, the oval, and then 1954 they added the road course. And it lasted until 1969 when it was shut down due to safety concerns, which is kind of crazy in the 1960s. We're going to jump in here. I'm driving Historic Sim Studios Daihatsu P-5. You'll find links to all the track and this car in the video description. And yeah. Got to keep the revs up. This is a really high revving, small 1.6 liter engine. Kind of an interesting track. You'll point out the details this first lap. You'll see the awesome yellow and white, very realistic for this track. Half buried tires that they would use to discourage, cars from cutting the course. This is the longest straightaway on the track. Kind of back straightaway here. I love the details. These signs looks great. Braking down, shifting down into first. Whoa! His tail got a little squirrely on me. Very nimble car, very light car. Cobra here. Maybe we can make a move here on the inside. Ooh, making some erratic moves there. Down. Let's see if I can cut up the inside. Whoa, the Cobra moves inside, forces us onto the tires. Alright, so now we're going to come into the oval, and this track layout currently does not include an oval layout. I think that would be really awesome. I've actually asked Sergio to include that. I think that would just be really cool to have. And we come out over the berm here. So I think the track detail, whoa, look at that Daihatsu getting air on one of the tires here on the outside. See if we can make a move here. Really a lot of good detail on this track. I love where the fresh pavement is, really... You can feel the transition, a little bump as you move on to it. Up into 19th place right now. Probably got the gearing too high. At the final drive, there's two options, and this is the normal version, which is typically used by this car at Fuji and other the tracks that it's typically raced at, which had long straightaways and needed to get up to its kind of 150 mile an hour top speed. God, Cobra's back in front of us again. Oof. Shifting down, diving up the inside here using our more nimble car. best of the advantage I can. All right, so let's talk about some of the reasons why this track was shut down. There was a lot of oval racing here, and my understanding is that was held without too much issue. But by the late 1960s, this track, well, the promoters were kind of known as jerks, and that's never good if you want to not get shut down by governing bodies and lose race events and things like that. But additionally, I bar in the brakes. Additionally, the issue was, you'll see here, you have this long, fast straightaway right there, literally a head-on, directly into that other straightaway. And you'll see the same thing coming back the other way. Now, of course, I think that kind of high-speed kink in this back straightaway is one of the more unique parts of this circuit, and perhaps this circuit actually kind of lacks some of those unique sectors. Seems a little Mickey Mouse to me, but I mean, even here, you'll see it's another long straight, separated by just kind of the grass and trees. Not a lot of safety standard, but of course it's on that main straightaway. Ooh, a little touch there. Let the rev drop too far. But you'll see it again as we get to the straightaway going back the other way. Going wide. Right up here into this braking zone, right over there is the other track, other straightaway, and it's just essentially a head-on collision for the making. And when asked by the racing associations to make a change and address that safety concern, the track promoters refused. And so that was one of the reasons this track came to an end. Additionally, there were some financial concerns, obviously, of course, but when you're busy fighting governing racing associations, I think you're going to have some of those financial concerns. We're on lap 4 here. Generally, kind of what I mentioned about being a little Mickey Mouse, this track to me, not one of my favorite layouts, but it's great to have it. I mean, this is definitely one of the, easily, little door-to-door action there. Now the best hands-down version of this track that exists in all of sim racing. I mean, that's without question. I believe there's a version in Grand Prix Legends. I've driven that. I don't know if there's in like GTR or R Factor there's ever a version of this track, but clearly this is going to have more detail than games like those, and it's really like the texture, the driving experience, the AI. It's great. My issue is I'm not sure the track knew what it really wanted to be. Kind of feels like a club circuit that wanted to be a bit more, maybe, but then you got the Mickey Mouse coming in and out of the oval. In some ways, it's a lot of people don't love roval layouts. Maybe Daytona being the one exception, and I'm not sure this is a good kind of roval layout, even though it's the outside. I'm really looking forward to having an oval added at some point, so we can race, some Indy cars or other period correct. Maybe throw some NASCARs out here. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But coming out of that bump there, definitely a little bit of an unusual transition for sure. But detail-wise, historical kind of uniqueness, I wouldn't say there's a lot of significance, but the uniqueness of the circuit definitely make it one that's pretty awesome to check out. And I hope I've kind of conveyed a good sense of this track to you. Trees look great on the outside of the circuit. So we're up into 12th. My best to make up spots on the grid. Shifted down into first a little soon. But yeah, you can find links to this car, which is currently in early access on Historic Sim Studios Patreon. And of course, this track, you can find the link to the pack that this track comes in. All that's linked down in the video description. I encourage you to go check it out. I'm having a lot of fun with this combination. I've been driving primarily this track and this car, and it's just been a lot of fun. Kind of the small engine nature and the good maneuverability of this car really lends itself well to the circuit. So that's why I wanted to take it for a spin, and also gave me a good opportunity to show off both these mods. Whoa, drifting wide here. Oh, we got enough room. They're a little farther back. As I look back in my mirrors, I don't see anyone. We'll come around here to chase the checkered flag. We'll finish 12th out of 20. And there were some GT40s and some Cobras and cars, that just had some way bigger engines than us that we weren't going to realistically compete with. So feel pretty good with that 12th place. And yeah, really a lot of fun right there. So definitely hope you enjoyed this video. Most of all, though, I hope you'll have a fantastic rest of your week. I'll see you next one.